Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, the Blue Star Energy Tarot. I was guided to bring about a reading for the collective and all the astrological signs in regards to this new moon eclipse that we're having in Taurus. We're having on the 30th of April. Now I've spent a couple of days being guided through the meeting. I learned about the moon and the tower and how this eclipse, this new moon in Taurus, is a portal for the collective, for each of us and the collective, to see the world and our existence with a higher vibrational perspective, purposeful. That what is occurring, it is purposeful, and that it's to move us successfully so that we can learn the lessons to live a more purposeful, a more peaceful, harmonious, more joyful and just existence. If we learn these lessons, we then are given the tools to seek out a higher perspective and a stronger connection to Source. Now, I left these two cards up because I wanted to show you. We have the moon here on my left and the tower on the right. I've been guided that both of these cards, the energies that it represents, are connected. If we're able to see the moon energy, that which is unseen. Moon is about that which is unseen, right? Seeing past the veil. Having the ability to see the wisdom is connecting to Source. Actually connecting to Source, because this information is hidden, it's unseen, right? If we have the ability to do that, it directly affects our tower moments, if you will. Moon messages, if understood, in other words, sometimes, it's tidbits of information. It's not 100% truth, but it leads us to the path of truth. It can bring peace, it can bring joy, it can bring happiness to self and others, because you are literally tapping into Source, Spirit, higher self, God, consciousness, whatever it is that you call it. When we live in harmony with Source, we are given the tools to heal our physical experience and our own spirituality, our own connection. In fact, that is the most important tool that holds all the potential to heal ourselves on a micro and macro level, meaning to heal ourselves as an individual. When we heal ourselves, we in turn heal the people around us. It expands outward to the community, whereby we're healing the community. And when communities heal, regions heal. When regions heal, countries heal. When countries heal, the world heals. When the world heals, our consciousness is risen. When we're in alignment with this, we have all that we need to manifest that which we desire. Our entire journey, excuse me, I can't talk today. Hold on. I want to hold this. This helps me with my throat chakra. Our entire journey in this lifetime as spiritual beings living under the restrictions of our physical essence has purpose. It's to increase our spiritual vibration, not only for ourselves, but for all those that we interact with. So the bottom line is get out there, live life, live it joyfully. Have all the experiences you can. Because when you do this, you're healing yourself and you're healing others. The key is to be in connection with Source when you're maneuvering and navigating in your journey. It's all about collaborating with others on a physical and spiritual level, right? Mind, body, spirit. Collaborating with the spirit, with the higher vibration, the moon, with spiritual energy, brings us to the higher vibrational truth and gives rise to how we maneuver in this world. If we move with love and compassion, with Source, amongst each other, we move closer to Source. That's what I call the healing. If we do that, we then move away from those things that truly don't serve us. When we seek out and see a higher purpose of our conflicts, pain, and anxiety, which really distorts our divine connection, when we balance that dark energy with light, with Source, with spirit, we see a change in our lives whereby our burdens, our experiences become lighter. Taking action and experimenting with that concept simply by being inquisitive about all this begins the process of realignment of your mind, body, and soul. And as you exercise that intuition, your soul connection, that muscle, if you will, the more you'll see that your burdens will dissipate. And you will be in a position to manifest that, what you need and desire during your lifetime. The tower, here's the tower. The foundational wisdom of the tower is, having spoke about the moon and moving closer to spirit and moving in an alignment with spirit, the tower is when we move away from that. When we don't live our lives with Source, with spirit, we're further away. There are periods in our lives where we are given the opportunity to realign with Source, realign with our destiny. And the further away we are is, in what I understand to be, the strength of the tower. In other words, as you get closer and connect to spirit and exercise your intuition, your connection, and move with that, your Tower moments, instead of being this eruption of destruction, it will simply be an aha moment, something that you know, you walk by, it's like, oh wow, yeah, I get that now. You know, there's a continuum with the Tower. It can be very light as to just, oh, I get that now. Understanding, let's say, a mathematical equation, right? Oh, no, I get it. Now I get it. And I'm just using that as an example. Two, holy shit, a flood just demolished my house. I have no place to live, yada, yada, yada. And it can fall anywhere in between that continuum. I think what I want to do now, well, okay. I want to also say that our journey in this lifetime doesn't require us to suffer, doesn't require us to sit in pain. It doesn't require us to be in anguish or to live in constant struggle. Seeing the dualities of these two energies and choosing to move with the light, the energy of the light, with love and compassion in our daily lives, lifts the burdens, lifts them, and allows us to let go of that dark shadow energy and brings us closer in alignment with Source, with understanding Source. Okay, I think what I'd like to do now, I'm just gonna put these cards here. I also want to say, because I went on this journey the past couple of days on learning about the Tower and learning about the moon energy, I will not be surprised at all if the Tower and the moon come out quite a bit. There are lessons to be learned, and hopefully we can move with those lessons with love and compassion. What am I starting with? I'm sorry, I put these away. Well, you know, today is, I believe, the 27th. Today is Wednesday, the 27th of April, which is a vibration of 17, which is, no, 18, which is the moon. We're going to go with this, with the Tarot of the Abyss. That works quite well with shadow work. So I think that we'll do that first and move to these other cards later, if that's okay. Excuse me. Okay, so for the collective. Okay, what do we have for message for the collective regarding this eclipse, in this new moon eclipse in Taurus? Eight of Pentacles. Oh my, quite a bit, quite a bit. Okay. So So we have the Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords, Seven of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Wise One. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Give me 1 second just to add up some numbers. Yeah. So, like I said, I love how this whole intuition connecting to source works. First of all the cards facing upright towards me, 8, 7, 3, adds up to 18, which is the Moon card. And this is how I do the numerology. I subtract those that are in reverse from those that are upright. So we have the Moon, that's the first energy. And then we have at the end here the Wise One, which is the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite. And its numerical value is 5. 5 from 18 is 13. 13 is the Death card. Now don't freak out. Death card simply means a portal. It's a way of moving, closing one door of a cycle and opening it up to another. And here we have, you saw me mix the cards, exactly what this energy is all about. It's about ending and closing the door and an understanding of the Moon. So I'm going to move forward here to see what I get from here. So working with the energy of the Moon, here we have the Eight of Pentacles, which, by the way, is my Yes card. So when you're working with the energy of the Moon, the wisdom that we have, the message, provides opportunities. Provides us opportunities to see. Here, look at this card, Seven of Cups. It's like her head is in the clouds, and there's all kinds of, what is that? There's people, there's buildings, whatever. But it allows us, from how I interpret this, as an opportunity to have a higher understanding. Three of Swords, that which causes pain, conflict, anguish, are challenges. And brings us back to spirit. Number 5 vibration to me is realizing that there is something else out there, that your higher self, spirit, God, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, is present and is actively working with you. And of course, with the Fool as a journey, is the journey that we take, is on the bottom of the deck. So this just gives affirmation as to the work that I've been doing the last couple of days and understanding the Moon. So the energy, the most basic message here for the collective is that working with this Moon energy, with the knowledge and the wisdom that it offers, and seeing a higher perspective for ourselves as a collective regarding the pain, the conflicts, this, that Tower energy brings us closer to our higher purpose, our destiny, and source. Our journey to enlightenment brings about new opportunities to seek out that energy. Interesting. So, excuse me, I have to figure out a way to keep everything in the camera and keep this on there. Okay. So, the next 5 cards on the bottom, I just want to add them up, please. Okay, thank you. So, whereas this, the moon energy, and moving through a portal, this energy here, 9, 7, and Ace is a 17, which is healing, right? 9 and 7 is 16, and Ace is 17. 17 is the Star card, and that's the energy of healing and wish fulfillment. And then we have the Three of Wands. Here's the Three of Wands. That is in reverse. And when we subtract that from 17, we get 14, which is the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is about working with the energy, understanding the alchemy, and working with it. Being patient with it, because it does take time. Time is a human existence thing. It doesn't exist in the spiritual realm. What this bottom row speaks to me was that the journey of enlightenment, this is the Wounded Warrior, 9 of Wands. This is somebody who's experienced through life, they've learned. They're almost at the precipice of complete understanding of the higher vibrational medicine, if you will. So he's gone, the wands represent all those experiences that he's been through. You know, and this individual has been through quite a bit. But more importantly, the Nine of Wands tells me that this individual, an individual of a Nine of Wands, knows that they have been guided to where they're at today. These experiences, these wands, this is what the lessons that he learned. He took the experiences that were offered to him or her. I'd say him because that's the picture. There are no, there's no sex in tarot. But this individual went on these experiences. Each one represents his search to move towards source, to live a more purposeful life. And this is a wise soul. So his journey in collaboration with spirit, spiritual opportunities, as he sought the wisdom, brings about a new way of living, brings about what we call abundance, the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are those things that we value, right? It brings about, when we move closer to source, and we work with the moon energy, and we seek out our intuition, our connection to source, and understand that, we are then given what we can call a seed. And this seed has all the potential to be as abundant as you wish. One second, please. Yeah, thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. So these next set of cards, I'm going to look at them in different areas. Let me just first add them up. This energy here talks about it's the vibration of the Death card. It's about moving through that portal. It's about closing one door and opening up into another, which is enlightenment pretty much, right? When you do seek out source, seek out the wisdom, and plant those seeds, you're taken in the direction to seeing, this is the Devil card, and it has a vibration of a 6. It is the number 15, but it has a vibration of a 6. 6 is success. It brings you in a direction to see that which is blocking you, that which is no longer of use to you, that which is restrictive in your life. Here we have the 8 of Cups. Right? So it moves you to identify that shadow, dark energy that prevents us from moving freely. And it removes us from that and brings us closer to our connection to source. Here we have the High Priestess. High Priestess is somebody who can see past the veil of the moon. She, and I say she only because there's a female on here, she carries the masculine and feminine energies within her. She can see the wisdom of the moon, that which being connected to source, and applies that wisdom. In particular, she understands, I'm going to put this way. This is the 6 of Cups. This is about our past, how we lived our life, you know, reviewing our past. The last video I did was about reviewing old situations, the energies from the past. So you're able to, utilizing your connection with spirit, you're able to utilize and understand all that you went through is all about you connecting or reconnecting with spirit, 2 of Cups, twin flame. And that connection, I don't recall, was that up or down? And that connection and honoring that connection brings us all to peace, love, harmony, abundance, what I call, you know, something in the energy of heaven on earth. And there it is, there's the Tower. Does not surprise me one bit. One second, please. I understand. So I just want to add this up. Okay. So when we review our past and we see it with a higher vibration, with love, peace, and harmony, we connect to spirit, right? Our heart space, our existence becomes in harmony with spirit. Our Tower moment. I explained to you what the Tower was about, right? Would then lessen, will not be as destructive. A Tower is about deconstruction to rebuild, right? But if we move in that harmonious space as spiritual beings living the human experience, then there's actually no need for a tower. If we do it all the time in our daily lives, right? But we're not saints. Everybody has tower moments. But again, where it falls on the continuum is a direct result as to how you're moving. Are you collaborating? The Empress. Are you living according to your soul's contract, your purpose, your destiny? Are you balancing? Look at that. That amazes me. Are you balancing the energy of the moon, of source, of your higher self? 1 second, please. I just want to see. Yes, thank you. So the number vibration of these 5 cards is actually a 2. It is a choice for each of us in our own lives, in our own higher perspective. It is a choice for us to move in this world in our lifetimes with a higher vibrational purpose, to co-create an existence that is in harmony with our destiny, to utilize the energy. It is our divine right to utilize the energy of the moon because we are spiritual beings living a human experience. Not everybody understands or sees, not everybody seeks it, but I can say to you, the messages I get is those who do, those who exercise that intuition muscle, if you will, connect to source, to see what's behind the veil, you're connecting to spirit. And as I said in the introduction, that our burdens, our experiences are that which has caused pain or anguish will become manageable. They will become lighter. Look at this fella here. And we would close the cycle. But look at this fella here. He's literally walking out of a cave. And he's carrying in his load all the wands, all the opportunities that he took to have life experiences to lead him back to the light, to source, to his higher self, to his existence and purpose of his existence. King of Cups. To move with love and compassion. Despite whatever turbulence, chaos, craziness that's all around us, is a foundational. I love tarot. I love the way spirit works. Excuse me. is a foundational, excuse me, I think I need to hold this because I'm feeling like my throat chakra. To live a life with love and compassion, moving from the dark to the light, to working with Source, is the wisdom. It is the foundational wisdom to our existence. It's crazy how the cards work. Excuse me. To see and understand how our incarnations, repeated incarnations, gives us the experiences, the opportunities to be inquisitive with those experiences. This is the Knight of Wands. A knight brings messages, right? So the message of our experiences, if we choose to take them and collaborate with Spirit in our lives, excuse me, Three of Cups, brings us closer, twin flame, Temperance, brings us closer to our higher self with strength. Give me 1 second, I just want to add up a couple of things. So these 4 cards, we have 14 and 8 is 22. Minus 3 is 19. The sun. 19 in tarot is the sun. The sun is a representation of Source, God, Spirit, higher self, consciousness, whatever it is that you believe that to be. When we exercise that inquisitiveness, if you will, the understanding that we collaborate and get closer to Source, when we do that, we are given opportunities to work with the energy, with spiritual energy. With our intuition. In a stable way. The Queen of Wands represents to me my guide, number 1, my ancestors, but more importantly, the Queen of Wands is somebody who knows how to use their intuition and literally manifest wands. She's the Queen of Wands. She can manifest a wand, an experience, so that she can lift herself higher and closer to Source. She's able to control the energy. Wow. And this brings us to the number 5. So when we become this Queen of Wands, if you will, when we're mastering this skill of controlling or sharpening our skills with the energy, this vibration is a 5. It brings us closer to the Hierophant, the number 5, which I see as the realization that there is something else out there that is working with us, and that is Source, our higher self. I think I'm going to leave that be there because I really don't want to go too far, too long, because I know my last video was super long. So I think I'm going to leave it there, and then we're going to move into the different astrological signs. Thank you for allowing me to have this experience. So let's see what the different astrological signs are going to be.